And none of the royalists who always claim Meghan those things for PR, but Kay doesn't, but cameras just happen to stop where the little girl is, standing next to a bunch of cameras standing as well. You know what? I'm pretty balanced, I'm pretty fair. And I get, if you want to protect or defend someone who's got a negative onslaught coming their way, you're going to do that. And you're not going to care what I've got to say, but I've got to push back in a way. You know, a sweeping statement like this, but let's just delve in. Let's go a bit deeper, shall we? Because when Catherine left that factory, as you can see here, that's the PR. That's the people there to film Catherine doing her job as she turns up to these factories, these places, these charities. She bring her title to highlight the cause, to show, to see, to meet the people, to say, I see you, thank you. You know, this is her job. So naturally she's going to have the PR, but the PR is there behind her so they can catch the audience, the people that's seen in the press that she's coming today, so that can glare out to the world at how much the royal family are loved. I understand the PR, right? But when Catherine gets out the car, that's where the camera angle changes and stops, because that's where it becomes grainy. It becomes out of shot, out of lens, a bit wobbly, because that's someone reaching for their camera because they've gone to somewhere where they know the royal family are going to be out doing their job, and they want to catch a glimpse for their own, to trend, to bring it to social media, because they know. And even on that footage that the BBC used, you can see in the top corner, whoever took that footage have placed their name because they knew this is the royal family, this is Catherine, this is gonna blow. I'm gonna stake my claim on this footage I filmed this day. And to strike a bit of balance, what I'm gonna do now is put in this bit of Meghan being filmed on a camera phone. The grainy, the bouncy, the wobbly, someone excited getting out their phone. This was when Meghan was doing her job as a working royal family member. You know, crowds, hordes of people excited. And they were at a time excited to see Meghan, you know? Now let's take that reality. We've seen the difference with Catherine, the PR, them stood behind her, catching the people, so they can shine a light on all the good that she is. The PR, the camera phone, the grainy, the people. The grainy of Meghan, the people, the camera phone. But let's bring it to the California wildfires, shall we? Let's look at the footage that we've got. The cameras are still. There's a professional in situ. There's someone taking and videoing Meghan and Harry at that scene. You can see that. It's a professional shot. Just enough far back so they can get in full view. There's no rushed job. Fuzzy. There's none of that. Because it's a personal, professional job. That's what we see, you know. And not to mention, they are no longer working members of the royal family, so they have no need to be there at this disaster area. And that's why people question the need to drive hundreds of miles to be there that day, as they get a perfect shot of their face. But then we go to Uvalde, a mass shooting of children, a horrendous day, families, grief and pain. And what do we have? Meghan rock up. Meghan rock up again with that perfect shot. The colours, the lens, it's crisp, it's perfect, isn't it? You know? And even then you can see the cameraman at the end of that path getting that perfect shot to place Meghan's face out there in front of all this pain. And that's the bit I will push back on with you. And I've added balance because I've shown Meg on a camera phone too. I've shown Catherine on a camera phone, but I've also shown Catherine, and what I can see is PR. I've also brought back the California wildfires in the still camera shot, but also Uvalde, where you've got this still camera shot, the perfect colours filtering through because the professional's behind the camera who is in situ. Also, you can see him right there. And that's the difference. This is why people look. But also with Catherine, that experience, that footage was a charming, beautiful moment between her and a little girl. And even if she did have, which I beg to differ, her PR crew in that crowd, that would be normal to do because she's doing her job, and this is what they're there to do, to film her doing her job so they can highlight all that they do. Meghan and Harry don't need to be in these places, but they seem to find themselves in their places, but with a perfect shot, the crisp colours blending through, as you can see. They brought them with them. You know?